Hey, I have a question for you. Do you know what your values are? Like, are you crystal clear and really know what your values are? This is so important because this is a foundational piece of how we choose to live. Think of your values as what like what you believe in, how you stand in the world. And so getting clear on your values is so foundational and so important. And once you know your values, then you can take it to another level. And this is the really important next step. Look at your top values. Maybe look at the top 5, the top 10 values that you have. And then notice the choices that you're making in your life. And when I say choices, I mean your job, how you communicate, your relationships, all of the big choices that you make, the full arena, your career, your finances, your personal life, your spiritual life. Look at the choices that you make and then take a check your choices to your values. Are you honoring your values or dishonoring them? Because a lot of times we'll say, oh, I value this thing, but we don't, it's like we talk about it, but we don't walk the walk with it, right? So it's important to see like, wow, these are my values, but I'm certainly not honoring them. I'm not walking the walk and talking the talk of my values. I'm allowing people to, overstep boundaries with that. Or I'm not saying no to this when this is a value of mine, but I'm still allowing it, the opposite to come to me. So getting clear on your values is a great way to take a look and assess the choices that you're making. Are you aligned with your values? So, some of you may not have ever done a value check before and know where you're at with that. So it's important to give it a try. And check this out. We evolve, we change, and things that may have been our values 5 years ago, 10 years ago, maybe some have shifted. Maybe there's some that have crawling up the ladder because we've learned new things, we've experienced new things, we've grown in new ways. And so our values can shift. So they're not these like written in stone type of things. I know I've done my values a lot over the years. Back when I was in school for life coaching, I did my values and I've done them, consistently every few years since then. And there's a couple that are heavy hitters that they're there, like spirituality and love are a couple of my heavy hitters. But there's other values that have shifted over the years and other things have prioritized themselves because I've grown, I've changed, I've moved into new territories. So it's always good to revisit your values. So don't think it's like a one and done, like, yep, I checked them 5 years ago, I'm good. Go back and reassess, like, are these things still important to me? Because we shift. So knowing your values is key. And then looking at, are you honoring or dishonoring them? That is where you get to go, okay, and have a come to Jesus talk with yourself. That's where you get to get real and say, I am not aligned with myself. I'm not aligned with my values. I say these are my values, but yet I do this. That's where you get to go and cross-section those two areas of your life. And then you get to choose moving forward. Are you going to continue on this pattern where you're not honoring your values, or are you going to create some changes? So I wanted to leave this out there today. I want you to go dive in deep, go do some value assessing and see what shows up for you, and then get real with yourself and take a look-see. Are you honoring those values? If not, maybe it's time for a change. Ooh, speaking of change, if you want someone to be on this journey with you to help you through change and navigate it, I'm your gal. Go to my website, jeweljackson.com, and schedule a discovery call and we can talk more. Okay, bye for now.